miserable. He looked like he couldn't wait for this fight to end. And I'm not saying that to insult Jack, far from it. In fact, I'm saying the opposite, because he could have taken the easy way out several times.
19 minutes of control time. I mean, the only other really right now in the top in that welterweight.
How long it was? Was it 19 minutes?
Yes.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Islam Makhachev broke him mentally. And that's not to knock JDM. That is to give Islam all his flowers, all the credit in the world.
All right, so Islam Makhachev scored an impressive victory at UFC 3D 282, securing another UFC title. Supporters are going crazy, but even seasoned fighters seem surprised by how JDM handled that matchup. He simply didn't appear like his usual self. Still, hear this, Kamaru Usman was highly amazed by how Islam controlled JDM. He dominated the entire bout. Usman noted Islam shut off every effort JDM tried to scramble or reset. He remained constantly one step forward. Usman also related it to his past fights, saying that's how overwhelmingly skilled Islam appeared.
I thought either JDM somehow really has closed those gaps on the holes that he has to where he's able to step forward and start to do damage, or Islam was going to do what I thought he was going to do. Let's get him down, and when you get some of these guys down, you're able to float. Like we wrestle, we're able to float on these guys. We're able to just kind of be a step ahead of them in them trying to maneuver and create a scramble to get back to their feet. And that's what Islam did. I mean, come on, 19 minutes of control time. I mean, the only other really right now in the top in that welterweight.
How long it was? Was it 19 minutes?
Yes.
Jesus.
Yeah. The only other time I've seen that long right now in that welterweight division with these top guys is I would say my fight versus Buck.
Henry Cejudo is offering praise to Islam as well, saying casual viewers might not understand how significant this victory is. He's now the 11th dual champion in UFC history. What's wild is how Islam blended leg kicks with takedowns in every single round, slowly draining JDM as the fight went on. And here's the thing. Cejudo mentioned that JDM made a mistake by standing up at the end of rounds, giving himself less time to recover. Asterisk.
I love what dude, because we're not casuals, Kamaru. Like, we understand what he did. You know what I mean? And particularly to solidify, to become a double champ, to become the 11th double champ in UFC history. What did he do? He started with the striking. He would kick the leg, and then right around that 3-minute mark, boom, he was getting takedowns. If you notice, every single round he did that. He hurt JDM with that leg kick. I mean, JDM was pretty much broken. And I will say something that JDM was doing something wrong. He was getting up at the very end, so he didn't really have a chance to really recover going into that round. If you're on your back, dude, like the whole damn time, just stay there, give yourself that opportunity to maybe start that next round on your feet.
Now Jorge. Masvidal is equally amazed by Islam's complete domination and believes he's the top pound-for-pound fighter right now. Masvidal says Islam appeared unstoppable, never seeming fatigued. He has the power, the endurance, the experience, and the technique. He's labeling him a seriously dangerous guy at 17 today overall. Asterisk.
Very, very astonished. Islam, I think, looked better than ever. I never saw him breathing hard. At 155, I'll see after he gets in good wrestling scrambles or a guy might get away or something, he'll maybe take a little breath, catch his breath, and go right back into it. This was scary, man. This guy never got tired. I'd look at him after every round, wasn't even breathing, was a joke. He's gonna be a scary guy at 170. The amount of strength, gas, and experience, technique he has, to me, he's number one.
Masvidal basically says Islam is far too skilled to fall for any setup. He believes perhaps his friend, alias Cab Kaiserev, could possibly challenge Islam. He brought up Islam's striking along with his loose defense versus Jack Della Maddalena. Yet he adds, look, it's never Islam's responsibility for being this talented.
Really, really hard to beat this guy. I don't think I could ever bet against him now, you know, unless it's my little brother Ilia, but other than that, I mean, this guy's just a problem, man. He is so fucking good. And everywhere, his stand-up, he was fucking actually piecing up Jack on the feet. Jack was worried about the takedown. He started chopping that leg. It was a stellar performance. I know a lot of fans said it wasn't the most exciting, this and that, but man, Islam did his job. He did what he's supposed to do. Take the guy down, control him, try to hurt him, try to submit him. It's not really his fault that he's so damn good, you know.
Asterisk Shayna MV is responding to Jack Della Maddalena's title defense versus Islam Makhachev, saying that bout was absolutely brutal. He's comparing it to his own initial defense against Cheto Vera, admitting he was fortunate with a simpler opponent. In contrast, JDM faced a far more difficult test.
Islam moving up from 155 to 170, fighting JDM, the champ. Poor JDM, he goes out there, he gets the belt, he wins the belt. And the first title defense is Islam. Fortunate for me, I win the belt. They gave me Cheeto. Woo!
So Shane is noting that everything is tightly controlled in UFC and highlighting how dominant the Russian fighters currently are. He observes their strict discipline and admires their method. Additionally, he wishes he had more chances, feeling his career merits championship recognition. The Russians appear as *** interview 7. *** Michael Bisping is discussing how Jack Della Maddalena had major difficulties with Islam Makhachev's takedowns. He acknowledges Jack's effort, but Islam's talent was clearly in a different league. He holds a 28-1 record, along with a 16-fight winning streak, matching Anderson Silva. Bisping notes Silva's streak included more title bouts and flashier knockouts. Yet Islam achieving two-division champion status while maintaining that streak is extremely remarkable.
Funny, cool motherfuckers.
Yeah.
They're dominating
Strict.
UFC right now. They're very strict, disciplined, and they're dominating right now. And love it or hate it, it's what it is. It is what it is, man. BB, I wish we could have seen more of him. Like I feel like him moving up to 170, being champ, like his career deserved that.
Bisping believes Jack Della Maddalena became slightly overconfident and attempted a hip throw on Islam, which turned out to be a misstep. Jack's grappling has succeeded before, but Islam was simply operating on a different tier. Islam seized control quickly and dominated rounds 3-5, leaving Jack completely without a response.
Most part, it was just the fact that he couldn't do anything. He was getting taken down. He was getting controlled. He did do a good job of not giving up, okay? Because, listen, Islam is a tremendous fighter, okay? He's got a record now of 28-1. He now ties Anderson Silva for a 16-fight win streak. I still think Anderson's was more impressive because 12 of those 16 fights were title fights, and that is more impressive. And of course, we saw some wild knockouts from Anderson Silva, but still, I'm not taking away from Islam Makhachev. What he's achieved is unbelievable. He's a two-weight division champion. Anderson Silva didn't do that, and he has won 16 in a row, okay? So take a bow.
*** Bisping says, Jack Della Maddalena appeared miserable and completely deflated throughout the fight. He was exhausted and battered, yet continued to fight back, while his coaches urged him on from the corner. The reality is, Islam was in command the entire time. He attempted multiple submissions and controlled the bout so thoroughly that it was entirely one-way action. Jack managed to land almost no clean strikes.
Got a little bit too confident. He tried to go for a whizzer kick or a hip throw. Tried to go for a hip throw on Islam Makhachev. What are you doing? You don't do that. He shouldn't be trying to grapple with Islam at all. But of course, he had success against other grapplers in the past. Against Bilal Muhammad, he was able to have some success in the grappling transitions. But of course, Islam Makhachev is the next level. Okay, so he made a big mistake there in trying to go for his own throw. Ended up back on the ground. And then in rounds 3, 4, and 5, Islam just timed them perfectly. There was almost...
*** Robert Whitaker is also analyzing UFC, highlighting that Islam Makhachev targeted Jack Della Maddalena's legs early, using calf kicks. He caused damage within the first minute, which disrupted Jack's base and impacted his striking defense movement and even his capacity to sprawl. Whitaker notes that Islam's timing was flawless. Islam went ****.
On the face of Jack, right? He looked miserable. He looked like he couldn't wait for this fight to win. And I'm not saying that to insult Jack, far from it. In fact, I'm saying the opposite, because he could have taken the easy way out several times. Islam was trying to finish him. He was trying to get Kimuras. He was trying to get straight arm locks. He was trying to get the doors multiple times that he's got many other great fighters with, and he was trying to get rear naked chokes, okay? And Jack was tired. Jack was deflated. He was dejected. He was beaten, and he knew it was. He knew he was. And all he could have done was just extend his arm. All he could have done was not resist, okay? But the man was still fighting. He was still trying to get back to his feet. His coach is giving him a hard time in the corner. They're all frustrated with him because, of course, they just want the best for him, but it wasn't meant to be, okay? Islam dominated the fight. It was one-way traffic. It was pretty easy.
Within the first minute, straight for the calf kick, started doing some real damage to that leg early on. Obviously, and obviously the wrestling was always going to be a big factor in this fight.
Yeah.
Islam does what Islam does. But I think the leg attacks just took Jack's foundation away. You know, his grounding in that tight-knit boxing that he likes to use. It affected not only his movement when he was striking, but his defense, his backing up against cage, his sprawl ability, all of it. Not to say though, Islam's timing was just
Perfect.